Okay, so right now we are just making sure that the unlock requirement can disappear or reappear as and when we want it. Okay, so now when we start the game, okay, let's see. Okay, so Asuka is not showing up yet. Okay, so we'll have to fix that. Okay, so right now we are just checking the script to make sure that all of the characters are shown. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, let's maximize this. Okay, so now when we start the game, okay, we'll have 3 characters instead of 2. Okay, so the character description for Asuka appears on top of Asuka when you select her. Okay, but since she is locked at the moment, okay, this is what happens when you try to start the game with her. Okay, so now the next thing that we'll need to do is to make the number here change diametrically depending on how many stars you have collected so far. Okay, and also to make the description change depending on how many stars you need to collect to unlock Asuka. So this sentence might read require 10 more stars, or it could read require 1 more star without the S at the end. Okay, so there is a plan of minimum 5 characters. Okay, but that may change by the time we reach the 5th character. Okay, but the most important thing to note is that okay, we have to create, or rather we have to make each character as unique as possible. Okay, which means that each character has to be dramatically different from the rest in terms of his or her characteristic and special skill. Okay, so now before we can move on to making this line of text change according to how many stars you have collected, first we'll need to save the amount of stars you have collected. Okay, so to do that, okay, we'll need to use our save game file. Okay, and our data objects. Okay, so when we are talking about our save game file, okay, we use our data manager to save the game's progress. So we can save things like whether you have went through the starting tutorial when you first start the game, or whether you have unlocked role. So in order to save anything, we can just set a flag in the data manager. Okay, and it will save it in the save game file. Okay, so now whenever we collect a star, okay, we will save that number in the save game file. Okay, so over here, okay, we will include a new code, or rather script, okay, to save the number of stars that you have collected thus far. So we will call the flag stars collected. Okay, game manager, data manager. Okay, so there is something that we need to change. Okay, the value. Okay, so we have to change this method to include the ability for you to save numbers instead of just strings or text. Okay, so now a lot of errors should come out. Oh, okay, or rather one. Okay, since we changed the method. Okay, so when we say false, we are just telling the game that okay, we just want to save this as something that has happened. So we don't need to save a custom number. Okay, but if we need to save a custom number, okay, we will use the custom value as the value to save in the save game file. Okay, so Unity's built-in player preferences are more suitable to save game settings and stuff like that. Okay, so I have tried that, okay, but I feel that it's better to use serializable classes to save your data so that you can change them to a file format that you can move around at will. And unlike player preferences, it doesn't get cache, so the data is always, or rather the save file is always updated to the latest version. Okay, so the game data is used to save the game's progress, and the key data is used to save the game's key, okay, which is used to identify your copy of the game. Okay, but of course the key data file is not saved in a accessible folder. Okay, it's saved in a different location from the save game file. Okay, so now we have modified the method, and okay, now we can save a special number, or rather a custom number. So if we check the save game file and if we have not saved the number of stars collected, okay, that means you have collected 0 stars. So we will save a value of 1 in the save game file. Let's see. Okay, I don't think we can save a number. That's weird. Okay. Oh. Okay, so until now we don't have a need to retrieve a value from the save game file. Okay, but now we do. So we need to include a new method to do so. Okay, let's see. String object. Okay, so now instead of let's see, so now instead of checking for the flag, okay, we can just try to get the number right away. So if we can get a number, that means it exists already. But if we cannot, okay, that means it does not exist yet. Okay, so let's change this slightly.